Next question. A solution is prepared by dissolving solute A in solvent B, and it is mixed, and it is found that delta H mix is greater than 0. It indicates that. So A option, AB interaction is same as in AA and BB interaction in the pure liquid, and B option, AB interaction is less as compared to AB and BB interactions in pure liquids. C, AB interaction is more compared to that of AB and BB interaction in the pure liquids, and D, none of the above. We can see on the basis of solution. So in ideal solution, when we are mixing a solvent in a solute, the interaction between AB and AA and AB will be equal. But when the interaction is changes, we say that it deviates from the ideal behavior. When AB interaction is less than compared to that of AA and BB interaction, we say that it is positively deviated. In that case, delta H mix will be greater than 0. That is, there will be a change in the enthalpy, and it will be greater than 0. So the correct option here will be option B, that is AB interaction is less as compared to that of AA and BB interaction in pure liquids. This is an example of positive deviation, and AB interaction is less compared to that of AA and BB interaction. Next question, match list 1 with the list 2. In list 1, we have given optical rotation, and B, refractive index, C, relative viscosity, D, surface tension, and in the list 2 we have given stalagmometer, 2 polarimeter, 3rd Abbey refractometer, and 4 Oswald viscometer. So choose the correct answer. We have to match this with list 1 with list 2, and in list 1 we know that it is the basic terms that defines a system, and in 2 that are instrument that can be used to find these items that is listed in the list 1. So when we see optical rotation, the optical rotation of a compound can be measured using polarimeter. So A equal to 3. A is optical rotation is polarimeter is used to measure optical rotation, and to measure the refractive index of a substance, the instrument used is Abbey refractometer. So B equal to 3, and C, to find the relative viscosity of a substance, the instrument used is Oswald viscometer. So C is 4, and for D, to measure the surface tension of a substance, the instrument used is stalagmometer, and D equal to 1. So when we match all this, we will get the answer as option A, A2, B3, C4, and D1 will be our answer. Next question, what is the effect of pressure in the following equilibrium reaction? So in the equilibrium reaction, the reaction given is N2 plus O2 gives 2NO. So what will be the effect of pressure in this reaction? Option A, reaction moves in the forward reaction with increasing pressure, and B, reaction moves in backward reaction with increasing pressure. C, reaction remains unaltered with increasing pressure, and D, none of the above. So when we see the equation, that we can say that in the reaction side there is 2 molecules undergoing reaction, and in the product side there is 2 molecules formed. So the delta Ng is equal to 0. That is number of reagent products formed minus number of reagent number of reactant molecules involved in the reaction is when we minus that, it will be 0. That is, an increase or decrease in pressure cannot alter this reaction. So according to Le Chatelier's principle, pressure has no effect in changing the rate of this reaction. So the reaction remains unaltered with the increasing pressure is the right answer for this question. That is option C. Next question. When a sample of NO2 is placed in a container, this equilibrium is rapidly established. 2NO2 is changed to N2O4. Both is in gaseous state. If this equilibrium mixture is darker color at higher temperature and lower pressure, which one of these statements about the reaction is true? Option A, reaction is endothermic and N2O4 is darker in color than NO2. And B, reaction is endothermic and NO2 is darker in color than N2O4. And option C, the reaction is exothermic and N2O4 is darker in color than NO2. And option D, reaction is exothermic and NO2 is darker in color than N2O4. So we want to see this reaction. It is said that if the equilibrium mixture is is a darker color at higher temperature. That is, at higher temperature, when the temperature increases, the system will try to use up that energy. That is, endothermic reaction is getting at a faster rate when we do the equilibrium will shift towards the endothermic reaction. So, and we also should be familiar that NO2 is brown in color. N2O4 is colorless, but NO2, that is nitrogen dioxide, is very brown, dark brown in color. And it is said that when temperature is increased, that the system is absorbing that energy to change the equilibrium towards the endothermic reaction. So the backward reaction is endothermic, and so that more NO2 is produced here. So if we are asking what will be the nature of the forward reaction, so the forward reaction will be exothermic, and NO2 is darker in color than N2O4 will be the right answer, because it is said that when temperature increases, the system will become darker color. That is, the system is trying to accelerate the endothermic reaction. That is, more production of NO2 is favored when a temperature increases. So the backward reaction is endothermic. So the forward reaction will be exothermic. We are asked to find what will be the nature of the forward reaction. So the forward reaction will be exothermic, and NO2 is darker in color than N2O4. Next question. The correct order of the ionic conductance at infinite dilute solution. We are given some of the ions, that is H plus, Li plus, Na plus and K plus. We want to predict what will be the order for the ionic conductance of these ions in infinite dilute solutions. So in this option, at that time, all the four options were wrong, and the correct answer was K plus, H plus greater than K plus greater than Na plus greater than Li plus. We know that H plus ion is very small in size, so it can easily conduct electricity. So H plus ions is always greater than, but and K plus is next, which having a higher ionic contents, because it do not undergo that much of hydration, so it will exist as like K plus. But in the case of Li plus ion, the ion is very small in size, but it undergo hydration very easily. So the size will increase by the by hydration of that Li plus ion. So the ionic conductance of Li plus is very low. So the correct order is H plus greater than K plus greater than Na plus greater than Li plus. Next question. Determine the Miller indices for a plane when intercepts along the axis are 2a, 3b and 2c. So option A is 2, 3, 2, B, 3, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 3 and D, 3, 3, 2. What will be the Miller indices for the plane that have intercept on the axis, that is 2a, 3b and 2c. So when we do, the intercepts is A equal to 2, intercept B equal to 3, and intercept C equal to 2. So in order to find the Miller indices, we have to first take the reciprocal of these intercepts. So the reciprocals will be 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. And we have to, next step, we want to clear the fraction. So in order to clear this fraction, we can multiply each of this term with 6. So 1 by 2 into 6. 1 by 3 into 6 and 1 by 2 into 6. So the when we clear the fractions, the Miller indices will be 3, 2, 3, and the correct answer will be option B. That is, Miller indices of this plane will be 3, 2, 3. Next question. It is a direct question from solid state chemistry. The parameters, that is the lattice parameter and the angles of the Bravais lattices. Some of the Bravais lattices is given here in the list 2, and the Bravais lattices is given in the list 1. We have to match these. So it is a theoretical problem. We can easily match this. That is, A will be triclinic will be 2. That is, A not equal to B, not equal to C. Alpha not equal to beta, not equal to gamma, not equal to 90 degree. And B, monoclinic will be 1. That is, A not equal to B, not equal to C. Alpha equal to beta equal to 90 degree. Gamma not equal to 90 degree. And C, orthorhombic will be 4, that is alpha not A not equal to B not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degree, and D tetragonal will be 3, that is A equal to B not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degree. So correct option will be option A. That will be our answer for this question. Next, the process of removing ions or molecules from a salt by diffusion through a permeable membrane. So we are removing ions or molecules from a salt by diffusion, and the diffusion is done by a permeable membrane. So what will be that process called? Option A, ultrafiltration, B, dialysis, C, electrodialysis, and D, electrophoresis. When electricity is involved, we can say that it will be electrodialysis, but here it is not mentioned that electricity is involved in this process. So our answer will be dialysis. When this process is done, by that is removing of ions or molecules from salt by simple diffusion through through a permeable membrane, that process is called as dialysis. Next question, the order of interatomic distances in B2 minus and B2 plus iones. We have to predict what will be the interatomic distances in B2 minus and B2 plus ions. So before answering this question, we should be familiar with the molecular orbital configuration of these three ions, B2, B2 minus and B2 plus, and we can find the bond order by bond order is equal to number of electrons present in the bonding atomic orbital minus number of electrons present in the non-antibonding atomic orbitals divided by 2. When we do that equation, for all these three molecules, we will get the bond order of B2 minus as 1.5 and bond order of B2 as 1 and bond order of B2 plus as 0.5. We know that when bond order increases, the interatomic distance will be low. That is, for double bond, the bond length will be less. It is here we want to see the order of interatomic distance, because B2 minus have a higher bond order of 1.5. It will have the lowest interatomic distance, and next B2 has the next lower bond order, that is 1. So it will have a slightly higher interatomic distance than B2 minus, and lastly the B2 plus have a bond order of 0.5. So it will have further higher interatomic distance, that interatomic distance compared to that of 2 of this molecule. So the correct option will be B2 minus less than B2 less than B2 plus. So the correct option is option C.